Dana and Lill, thank you for being here with me today. I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk to the Brentwood community a little bit about what Brentwood Regional Community Chest is and how it came about.
Well, Lill, you want to start? Your family really founded it.
It's a long story, but it was founded by my mother in one form or another about 60 or 70 years ago. My mother started translating when my sister started school. She realized a lot of people didn't speak English, and she spoke Italian and Spanish as well, and sign language. So she started translating for the staff and the administration at the schools to register their children on, parent-teacher conferences and meetings with parents. And so from there, that led to translating for the county health department. They had a well baby clinic once a month in Brentwood, and she would translate for the nurse and doctors. And at one point, the doctor said, don't ask them what they're feeding their children because they can't afford to buy the correct formula and the right food to feed them. So she started going to local service clubs who would give her money to buy food for people. And it's just progressed from then. And sometime in the late 80s, early 90s, it became the Brentwood Regional Community Chest. The mayor of Brentwood at the time, Mark Gonzalez, wanted a daily food pantry. And before, they were only doing Christmas baskets and emergency food. So then it became a food pantry plus the Christmas baskets. And after my mom retired, just the Christmas baskets portion has continued.
I got involved back in 2003, so we moved out here, and I was hired to open a brand new elementary school, Pioneer Elementary. And one of the pioneers in the community that was named after was Rose Pierce, Lil's mom. And I immediately was volunteered to come help for the food and toy drive program. And gosh, that was 22 years ago, and we've been involved ever since. It's really the best of Brentwood.
What is your role with Brentwood?
I'm the co-president along with Kevin King, but really we have a whole bunch of board titles, but all of us just do what Lill says.
We've been a nonprofit since the early 80s.
Okay.
An official nonprofit.
Yeah.
So we have a board of directors, and then we have certain committee people that have certain jobs. So we all just do our portion. Yeah. And we have a good time doing it.
It looks like it.
There's really hundreds and hundreds of people throughout the community that participate in some way or the other. And sometimes it's a very small thing, and sometimes we have people that are involved for 2 months doing things every day behind the scenes that nobody ever sees. So it really does take the whole community.
Yes, it does.
I'd like for you to share what's a experience or a story from the families that you've served over the course of years.
Yeah, I think one of the best things for me is that we have people who start off and maybe get help through the organization where people in the community are donating to them. And then a few years later, things have turned around for them, and you'll see them on the other side supporting the families that need help. And that's really rewarding, right? Because we really want people to be supported with dignity. We want people in the community to see it as a responsibility to help other people out in the community. So the fact that comes full circle is a really positive thing.
A lot of people who receive help come early and help out before they take their items and go home. Everybody's happy to be there. Everybody's friendly.
I think Lil's favorite thing is usually when you have a young kid who walks off with a bike and a smile. That's all. My favorite. Yeah. Great example is Precision Cabinets, right? It's not a big corporation, it's a local company, and their employees take it upon themselves to get together and raise money every year to provide as many bikes as they can for local kids. And so there's been years when we've been able to give away 24 bikes to kids who didn't expect them, all because of the generosity of people who work at a local cabinetry company. And so those are the kinds of things we're incredibly grateful for. I think this kind of program really brings out the best in people.
And a lot of organizations, scouting, 4-H, kids come and help. They enjoy coming to help as well. And it's very nice. We have a good time. Everybody enjoys being there. It's very nice. It's very old Brentwood. Still a small town.
Service always makes you feel good.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So what goals do you have for Brentwood Regional Community Chest this year for 2025?
You know what? I think our goals are pretty simple, is that we want every community member to have a great Christmas. And sometimes that happens by them getting some extra support from their friends and community members that live here. And sometimes that happens because they get an opportunity to give back and to be thankful for the things that they have, and to show another family that they care about them by donating their time, donating some money or a gift for them. And so I think our goals are pretty simple. We want to make enough money to support the program. We want to have enough gifts and food so that everybody gets their share. Other than that, we want everybody to have a great holiday season.
When do you have an idea of how many families you're going to need to support?
We have 5 registration sessions every year. We've had 2 so far this year. We've already registered 200 families. We have 3 more upcoming. That's also on our information is also on our website and on our Facebook page. We can do up to 500 families. So we won't know until after the last registration.
And I think it's important to note that we're a standalone nonprofit, so we don't share any information. So the names that we have of people that have signed up for our program, we don't share them with any other organizations. We shred them at the end. Really.
Yeah, we ask for their address to make sure they're within our boundaries, so we don't cross over with other cities.
KayLa Drake Home Team had reached out to Lill to see where some of the holes are in this drive and this donation. So what some of the biggest holes are?
Yeah, I think so. I think the most challenging thing we have sometimes is finding gifts, because we serve families and their kids from 0 to 18. So especially the older kids, 12, 13 and up, are harder to buy for. And if you've been a parent and had older kids, they're more expensive and harder to buy for. And I think that's true here. And so we always can use some help with those kinds of gifts. That tends to be where we're short, where we spend some of our money on to go out and buy things like that.
Also, food-wise, I would say we get a lot of soups and top ramens and canned vegetables and things, and macaroni and cheese, those sort of things. But we don't get a lot of is breakfast, boxes of cereal, those certain things. We don't get a lot of it.
The non-perishable breakfast items and then gifts for adolescents. So a recap of every dollar, every act of kindness in participating and helping with Brentwood Regional Community Chest, it's going to stay right here in our local community.
Yeah, it's really Brentwood citizens supporting other Brentwood community members, and it's a really wonderful thing to see. And so if you've never seen it before and you just want to check it out, come on down Friday night at Brentwood Elementary on December 19th and see the families helping other families. And then you can see it in the morning on the 20th and come and volunteer. We have lots of families that'll come and volunteer together. It's a great tradition to start with your family.
That's always my favorite part of it. Well, thank you for taking the time to watch. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Lill. Please help us in supporting Brentwood Regional Community Chest and help us keep the heart of Brentwood strong.